Something that you also might want to invest in is some drawing paper. This is a pad. Obviously, it's from Target. I use this to put my paper on as I'm scraping the shaving cream off. That takes care of that. Handy dandy glue. Love this. You'll need this to glue on. I have my scraper. I'm going to go ahead and use the one that I painted with gesso because I think I like the colors, and I'm not sure what colors I'm going to use today, but it'll just add some decoration to this. Put those to the side. I got up my chopsticks. You get them when you order Chinese food. You can ask for them when you order Chinese food, or you can just use a straw, and I'll show you what that's for in a bit. Water. Today I'm going to use watercolors. These watercolors were mine in 4th grade in 1970. This is how well I keep mine. Also, every year you're on your supply list at school, you're asked to get a new set of watercolors, even though you don't use them. I've shown this to my kids when I taught art, that your watercolors, even though these are from 1970, they can still look like this instead of all messy and yucky. You just got to learn how to take care of your watercolors. Get my brush out of there. Okay. Food coloring. If you use food coloring, the ones that I found now, I don't have little cute little squirt bottles. I didn't realize these weren't that. They're little tubs. So you have to make 2 holes in order for the food coloring to come out. Because if you just make 1 hole, the air pressure will keep it in there. So you do another hole to release the air pressure, and then it will flow a little freer on your shaving cream. Okay, that's that. Put those away. Not going to use you today. Paper towels. This does get a little bit messy. Shaving cream. Let's go. Let's move this guy over here. Put this over here. And we're going to do the shaving cream first. Always shake your shaving cream. And then I just go, this is a plastic top. Also from Target. You have to buy the bottom to get the top. Or you can use a cookie sheet or a plate. If you want to use a plate, I just go back and forth in a zigzag line across the top of this. Well, I need to shake it more. Let that foam up a little bit. Come here, you. Just be tempted. No, lick your fingers. Okay, I'm going to use this end, this side this time. This side has most of the color, but it's going to be covered up by the fan when I glue it on. And you just lightly go over that. You can do a little more aggressive if it's not flattening out, because you want to flatten it so your piece of paper will line up on it. So when you do your piece of paper, I'll show you. I always tell my students to use 1 finger with the craft thing. When I do Korean Heritage Camp, we use 1 finger. That way every finger's not a mess. You can wipe it on the side. Like that on the side. Spread that around just a little bit, kind of like frosting on a cake. Yum, yum. Just don't lick your fingers. No licking the fingers. It would be kind of gross. Might be a surprise. Give you a little tummy ache. Whee. Okay. There's my smooth shaving cream. I'm going to put this blob over here. I'm not going to put it up here. I will run into it over there. Okay? I'm going to just put that to the side. Get a little paper towel. Wipe my fingers off. That's good. It's soap. We're good. I'm going to use my watercolors this time. The other day I used... You load up your brush with water, and then load up your little tray, because you want good watery, like this. Roll it around, load up your brush with the paint. You can tap it around. It's always good to cover your surface. I'm going to use red. Rinse my brush out really good before I stick it in a new color. Then I'm going to use some blue SMU colors. Go Ponies. And if you're doing art, you know that red and blue make what? That's purple, that's right. TCU colors. Which is a good thing because our family is SMU and TCU. So red and blue for SMU make purple, which is for TCU. I got paint, I have blue paint in there, easy fix. Rinse my brush out, add water to it, and wipe it off on the paper towel. Same thing, there's some red in the green. Load up your brush with water, make sure it's good and rinsed out before you dip it in there. It cleans that up, just like that. Spiffy. Take your straw, and we're just gonna twirl this around. Like the feathering shape that's happening on there, it's kind of cool. You can twirl your straw around here any way you wish. I might go diagonal this time. Kind of a wavy line. I want one more line right down there in the middle. Okay. Then I have all these papers that I told y'all about that I showed you a picture of. We'll start with the basic one with the shape of the Korean fan. Tap, 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 tap. Very lightly rub. Okay. And then you're going to pull up with one end. Just like that. Take your handy dandy paint stick and hold on to the paper at the bottom and scrape away. And then you use this finger and put it back on there. Recycle that shaving cream. The more you use your shaving cream as you're doing this, the darker your background becomes. So there's the first one. Put it up there to dry. I'm going to smooth this out again. See how my shaving cream is no longer white? That's okay. I'm going to stick with these same colors. Come on. Oops, it's slippery. Splotch. Wipe, wipe, wipe. I'm going to wipe this off a little. Put you up there. Use this to wipe this off. Still using that same paper towel. Okay. Use some more red. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. There's your rinse. Use some blue. I know that red paint got in the green paint. No worries. Put a little red paint, a little water in there. Slurp that out of there. And also you can use a paper towel. Just like that. Okay. Take my straw. I may start with a spiral motion in a minute this time. Do that, and I'm going to come out with some radiating lines. Okay, get another piece of paper. This time I think I will use this piece that came from the packaging from Amazon. I get packages in the mail since we're quarantined. Everything comes home in a package. So this, yes, I ironed the paper. So I'm going to put it on there. This is newsprint. Tap, tap, tap. Rub, rub, rub. Lift. Put it back on there like that. I'm going to use this also. I have a coffee filter while that's there like that. I've also, yes, I ironed some coffee filters. You could actually stick them in some books if you don't want to iron. You can stack them underneath a stack of magazines for a day or two. So I'm going to tap that out there while I'm have this lovely pattern. Isn't that pretty? So I'm gonna let that sit for just a minute. I'm gonna scrape off the newsprint. It didn't scrape there because I have this little arch, so I gotta turn it over the other way and scrape again. Okay, put that there for just a wee bit. I have an apron on, so I'm also wiping my hands on my apron. My students used to gaze at my apron because it was so dirty. They say, "Are you ever gonna wash that?" I'm like, nope. It just adds more artistic flair to my apron. Scrape all this stuff off of here. The music in the background is from my Echo tower thingy, and it's spa music. Oh, come on, this way. Here's the coffee filter. Oops, okay, I'm back. So I decided it bothered me that my tree did not work, so I used more paint on this, and I'm just gonna come down and make some little lines. Gives that little feathery look on there, if you can see that. Paper towel, where'd you go? And then I can come a little swirly kind of things. Little Van Gogh night, starry night little effect there. Little swirly swirls. Movement in the trees. Bring this on down, make it a weepy willow kind of thing. Come on. Okay, now let's see what that does. It bothered me that my tree did not come out. So I'm gonna take the paper towel, taking the same side with the hardly any paint, more or less line it up. Pat, 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 pat. Smush, mush. Say the magic words. Please stay on there. What's the magic words? Oh, bothers. I even took up that thing too, didn't I? Oops. Okay. Surely there's paint on there. Shirley, Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. Oh, looky. It did it. Hold on. Scrape this off and I can hold it up closer. Yeah, my one finger is gone. Wipe this off. I'll scrape some more of this off. Oh, looky, looky. Look, look, look. That's so cool. Look at the tree. Look at the swirls in the tree. And then I have the bark, the swirls on the bark. All the shaving cream will disappear. Just like that. Huh. Abracadabra. You've got the bark on the tree. You've got the swirls on the tree and the leaves and the movement going around, like the wind's blowing the tree around. Awesome sauce. Okay, the video's gonna continue. Oh.